Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back again with our fifth and final for this little mini series. We're here with our fifth mock draft. It looks like the sleeper rankings have changed quite a bit since our last one, so we'll see how that affects our draft. I'm assuming it probably will. Um, you know, we're gonna see what comes to us and then adjust from there. So yeah. Anyways, the basic YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. We mostly do Chicago sports here. Uh, if you're planning on subscribing, that's what you're in for. Uh, so yeah, let's just get into this. Not really going in with a solid determined strategy yet. Okay, Josh Allen is off the board. We've taken a quarterback already. Drake May is off the board. Okay, that's two QBs off the board. I wasn't looking to get Drake May anyways. I see this as an opportunity to get Johnathan Taylor. I think that is a great pick, and I'll grab Lamar while I'm here. Okay, Burrow's gone. Genty's gone. I'm a little sad about that. Hampton. Caleb's gone! Oh no, oh no. Okay, Kenneth Walker. We got Eric Bieniemy back in Kansas City, and he is your number one guy there. I think Kenneth Walker is a great pick. Um, let's do AJ Brown. I just trust him more. We're on 30 seconds instead of 2 minutes. Which in my league it'll probably be closer to 2 minutes. Uh well, you know what? I don't mind those top two. I'm happy with that. Dak Prescott in the 6th round, I don't mind that at all. I'll take Colston Loveland in the 5th. I don't mind that. Okay. Um how am I looking at my positions? I could draft for position here. I will skip Travis Etienne. I think Ibuka is your number one guy in Tampa Bay, and I think Luther Burden has a breakout year. So I'll take those two. Okay, okay. Terry McLaurin, 30-year-old breakout. Let's go DJ Moore. I could take Baker did this stat line with an injury. I would rather have him than Jordan Love. I do need a second tight end. I could reach for Kyle Pitts. He got me. He got me. If I grab a quarterback, it would just be a bench piece. So I'm not too worried. Okay, of these quarterbacks, I see CJ Stroud poking his head around the corner. I don't like that. I'm not huge on Jordan Love. Baker Mayfield, I think, at the very start of last year, he was like an MVP pace. But he got injured and kept playing on it. Tyler Shuck, I think, will be much better this year than last year, and he'll play the whole year, so we'll see what happens there. Kyler Murray, I just got to pick. I only have 30 seconds. I got to remember that. I can't talk through these as much as I have in the previous videos. I don't know why it's set to 30 seconds this time. I just kind of wasn't looking. Kincaid, Kelsey, Ferguson, Kittle. Um, take. Okay, let's look at running backs. Okay. Do I want Rashad White or Tyler Algier? I think Tyler Algier will get me touchdowns, and I think that will make him valuable. Wan'Dale Robinson, I'll take him because I think he might not be the number one guy, but I think he's like, I think he'll be part of the offense actually. I mean, there is a reason Dable brought him in, you know? Okay. Um, I'd rather have the Vikings defense than the Steelers defense. Gotta scroll to where there isn't a quarterback. I'll take Casey Concepcion. Okay. So, yeah, that draft went much, much faster, you know, it being a quarter of the time per pick. Only one auto pick on my side, which is still the worst I've done so far. When I actually do this with my league, it will probably be like a 2 minute per pick because no one's going to take that long because they're not talking over their picks into a microphone. Uh, and still, even then, I mean, it takes like 15 minutes, but the CPUs are going really fast. But I'm even talking through my first two. So, you know, I think draft shouldn't be super quick. You know, I think part of the fun is being there with your friends and hanging out. So a bit of a longer draft isn't a bad thing per se. Um, but yeah, Johnathan Taylor, I'm happy with that. Kenneth Walker, I'm always happy to get Lamar Jackson. AJ Brown, last year I traded for him because someone didn't want him anymore, understandably. And he won me enough games that it was a good trade for me. But at the same time, some of his best games I had him on the bench because he dropped a fat deuce the week before. So we'll see what happens there. Colson Loveland, I think he'll be great this year. Luther Burden, I think, will have a wonderful year. DJ Moore, the obvious wide receiver one in Buffalo now. So I can't wait to see what he does for my team. But yeah, the next thing you see of my fantasy and stuff, it might be just a short, but it'll be going over who I actually got, who I actually drafted. I'm not gonna hold you guys much longer here, but yeah, as I said earlier, please do that normal YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you stay around the channel for a long time. You know, uh, it's not just fantasy stuff. We cover sports, mostly Chicago sports. Not just NFL either, even though I do make like weekly Bears videos during the season. Like I just go over every game. I do NFL pick'ems, all that stuff, because NFL is just easier to cover than the other leagues because, you know, 17 games is a lot easier to cover than 82, 84, 162. So, yeah. Here soon, we're going to be talking about MLB postseason, NHL starting up soon, and then NBA. And baseball will be complaining about there not being baseball next year. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope to see you again. And, yeah. See ya.